One woman, one wooden pestle, an entire army. This really happened in India. One afternoon in 1779, a woman went to fetch water. She was not a soldier, not a warrior, not a guard, just a housewife with a water pot. What she did next saved an entire fort, alone, with nothing but a wooden pestle. And almost nobody outside Karnataka has ever heard her name. Her name was Onake Obavva, and this is her story. This is episode 2 of the Chitradurga series. Her husband's name was Kahale Mudda Hanuma, a soldier, a guard, stationed near a narrow crevice in the fort wall, called the Kindi, a gap in the rock, just wide enough for one person to squeeze through, known only to the people inside the fort, used by the guards' families to fetch water from the pond halfway up the hill. That afternoon, Kahale Mudda Hanuma went home for lunch. He sat down to eat, and Obavva picked up her water pot and walked toward the pond. An ordinary afternoon, an ordinary woman, doing an ordinary thing, until she heard something faint, muffled, coming from the direction of the Kindi. She moved closer, carefully, and then she saw them, Hyder Ali soldiers, squeezing through the narrow opening, one by one, silent, patient, certain that nobody was watching. Obavva froze. She had no weapon, no time to run for help, no time to alert her husband, no time, only one terrifying thought. If even one soldier gets through, thousands inside this fort could die. She looked around, a grinding stone, and beside it, the Onake, a long wooden pestle, used every day to pound grain. She tightened her grip. She stepped beside the wall, and she waited. The first soldier emerged. She struck him. He fell instantly. She dragged the body aside. Before the next soldier could see, the second soldier emerged. She struck him. He fell. She pulled him away. Then another, and another, one by one. Every soldier expected an empty passage. Instead, they met Obavva, a housewife, armed with nothing but a wooden pestle. For how long? Nobody knows exactly. How many soldiers? Nobody knows for certain. What we do know is what her husband found when he returned from lunch. Bodies lying beside the Kindi, and Obavva standing over them, covered in blood, wooden pestle in hand. He stared at his wife for a moment, unable to believe what he was seeing. Then he raised the bugle. Its sound echoed across the fort. The guards came running. The remaining soldiers outside were captured. That day, Chitradurga Fort was saved by one woman with a wooden pestle. But the story does not end there, because Obavva did not survive the day. Whether it was the physical toll of what she had done, or whether an enemy soldier wounded her, history does not tell us. What history does tell us is that before the sun set, she was gone. She saved a fort and gave a life for it, without being asked, without being ordered, without even being a soldier. She left home carrying a water pot. She became one of India's greatest forgotten heroes. Today, the narrow crevice where she stood is called Obavana Kindi, named in her honor. Her statue stands in Chitradurga. The district stadium bears her name, and the opening in the rock still exists, still almost exactly the same, still so narrow that only one person can pass through at a time. Go there, stand beside it, place your hand inside the gap, and imagine what she faced, alone, unarmed, knowing her husband was away, knowing no help was coming, knowing that everything depended on her, and her alone. The fort eventually fell to Hyder Ali later that same year, but not through this passage, not through force, not through courage, through betrayal. A story that deserves its own chapter. That is episode 3. Follow Journey Jodi, because some of the greatest stories in history are the ones the world has never heard. History remembers kings, but sometimes one ordinary person changes history forever. Onake Obavva did exactly that. If this story moved you, share it with one person. Every share helps the world discover India's forgotten heroes. Comment Jai Obavva if you believe ordinary people can do extraordinary things.